Hi everyone, it's Kai with SeriousWatches, and in this episode of Watch of the Month, May 2021, we're going to be going through some of the new releases that we've had in the past month. And if you've not seen this segment before, we tend to not necessarily pick the absolute best watch because that tends to be the most expensive one, but rather we also look at interesting and value for money or watches that flew under the radar a little bit. So we'll go through some of the best releases that we've had in the past month. Coming in at number 5 is the Oceanx Sharkmaster 600 SMS 600-12 we're going to be using, but there's also the Dash 11 and the Dash 01. Let me just show it to you. This is it. This is the 12 version, so the SMS 600-12. It features a date loop, of course 600 meters water resistance, as you may guess by the name. This is the latest iteration. It's quite comparable to the renowned Sharkmaster 1000 series, but it's slightly thinner. It also lacks the helium escape valve, and of course one of the primary things that you'll notice straight off the bat is that it does have a date loop on there. So if that's one of your preferences, well, this watch fills that need. It also lacks the internal bezel or rahat that the old one had, or well, the Sharkmaster 1000 series had. So it's a bit more versatile, and it doesn't have that quintessential sea dweller look, but it's still a very nice chunky diver, good wrist presence, and I personally quite like that date loop on there. So that's one of the models that it's comparable to the Sharkmaster 1000, but it does have an entirely different look, especially on the wrist, and any watch that has a date cyclops on there tends to have a different vibe than one with just a simple crystal, sapphire crystal. So this is one of the newest releases. We do expect more colorways to come in the near future, but it's been a very popular release already. But it's a very cool chunky diver, good value for money, just an overall very cool watch. Coming in at number 4 is the Boulder Venture GMT. Now, the Boulder Venture series is a series I've discussed quite a few times because I personally really love them, and they've released a new version with a quartz GMT movement, and let me just show you. This is it. This is the khaki version. There's 4 different colorways, and it really embraces the previous design, but rather adds a new complication. And we have several people at our office that actually own Boulder Venture watches because they're just so comfortable. It's a lightweight titanium case. It's just 38 millimeters in diameter, so you may think, oh, that's a bit small for a casual sports watch, but even on my 19 centimeter wrist, it does look fitting. It doesn't look like you're wearing your dad's watch as an 8-year-old or something. It is a very comfortable size, and that is just one of the main things that I really love about this watch, is that it's so comfortable. It's a watch you can wear every day at any occasion. It has sapphire glass, so it's very comfortable. It's very durable. Just a good watch for every day, or even if you want a beater watch to wear when you're doing stuff around the house. This watch is just perfect. Lightweight, comfortable, and now with a GMT complication as well. So that does add a bit of extra flavor to the case. This one comes on a canvas NATO strap, but there's also a titanium bracelet that you can fit on there, which is also very nice and lightweight. I just really love these watches, and we're happy that Boulder's making different versions of it, and to be honest, it's not like it's a very minor change. They do all look like different watches, which is also important, that it's not a very minor change just to rake in some extra money. It is a different watch. So this one we can really recommend, and hopefully Boulder will release some more colorways and different complications in the future, some more limited edition models. It's just one I can recommend to nearly anyone. So maybe if you're very big wrists, that this will be a bit out of touch, but I mean, even up to 19-20 centimeter wrist circumference this watch will work. So we really love this one. Coming in at number 3 is a watch that has nearly sold out already. Possibly you can guess the brand. It's a ZELDA. In fact, it's the ZELDA swordfish model. This model well, I can say comes in bronze and steel, but the bronze version is entirely sold out already. ZELDA watches always tend to sell really quickly. So while we had them arrive in May, nearly all of them have sold out, and it's very easy to understand why, because it's ZELDA has their own design DNA, so it's not like it doesn't really copy anything. The dials on them are smashing. Great value for money. This watch, great diving watch, very comfortable, 40mm case, ceramic bezel, sapphire glass, just overall well made, cool clasp on there. It's just a very solid piece at a very good price. So ZELDA watches always tend to sell well because of all those things. It does bring everything together. It's very hard to find something that compares at this price point that offers this much watch, this much quality. ZELDA watches, they do re-release series, so this is by no means the first swordfish model. The fun thing is they do tend to change little things, improve little things, so there's a continuous progression in their watches as well, compared to, we became a dealer back in 2016, and compared to them, these watches are just on a whole new level. And yeah, but again, the dials that they do are stunning. They do very original dials. This beautiful burgundy red one, for example, it just really shines. We love ZELDA watches, and we're just very proud to have them. And again, if you're interested in any sort of ZELDA watch, I do always recommend signing up on our website as quickly as possible, because they tend to sell out really quickly, and it's very easy to understand why. But this is one of the May releases, and presently this one is still available. So if you're interested in a very nice, versatile diver with a very unique look, great value for money, well built, then you can never go wrong with any ZELDA. Now things get really interesting, because we're at the runner-up, and the runner-up for this month is the ANTIAGE Tropics series. These were actually due back in, I believe, March or April, but there were some delays in production, and that really does make a case for ANTIAGE as well, because they don't want to put out any watch unless it's absolutely perfect. And that's something that we see in all ANTIAGE watches. Their level of finishing, their level of care, the quality control is always very much top notch, especially for a micro brand. What ANTIAGE does and present, it's just really good. So let's have a look at one of the new tropics. And as you can see, the dial immediately pops out. All of the new tropics models, both the Azores and the Antilles models, have absolutely stunning dials, very vibrant colors. For summer, this watch is just absolutely perfect. It comes with a free tropic rubber strap as well, so if you don't like a metal bracelet for whatever reason, or if you feel a rubber strap adds some versatility, one is included free of charge. But the main thing that really pops out is just that lovely dial color, and all the tropic models have such a nice vibrant textured dial. That's very easy to fall in love with such a dial. The tropics model, it's again a reiteration of the previous version. They've made some minor changes, but overall I would say in finishing it's gone up a little bit. Still, all ANTIAGE watches, no matter how old, have always been very finely finished and very good quality. These, mostly the dials, are just popping really nicely. It comes with an internal bezel that can be operated with this extra crown. It is actually screwed down, so that's another safety feature. Most internal bezel crowns aren't screwed down. ANTIAGE opted for that, but it feels very solid. And that's a big difference with most internal bezels. They feel a bit gritty. This one feels really nice and smooth. But again, just look at that dial. All things aside, that's just what really makes this watch pop. But there's 3 different proper colorways that they offer. I would highly recommend checking that out on our website. Great release, and we're just happy that they delayed it because of some production issues, that they didn't put out any watch that wasn't entirely up to their standards. Any ANTIAGE watch, just a very great solid watch. They're a bit more expensive, but that reflects in quality and the finishing level. So if you want a nice watch, this is a good everyday watch. I would say that this perhaps is less suited for formal wear, but for summer, for the upcoming summer, this is just a great option for you. So check them out on our website. They're available now. And again, that dial, just look at it. It's very, very pretty. And then the winner of the prestigious title of SeriousWatches Best Watch of the Month, May 2021. That sounds a bit pretentious, but what we feel is the best or nicest watch that we've had released in May of this year is the FORMAX 43 series. Now let me just show you. To be frank, this is the most expensive watch that we're showing in this video. It's not it's a different price category, but then again, this is not really your typical micro brand either. It's fully Swiss made. It features a COSC certified movement. Let me just turn it on. It features a COSC certified movement, and if you're familiar with a FORMAX, you'll know that one of the great things is their eye for detail. They take things that other brands really take for granted or don't really think about, and then just take it to the next level. The way they've designed this clasp with a micro adjustment, how well this is made, this is just really next level. And this is not found on watches 2, 3, or even 4 times the price. This is just absolutely superb. When you've had a FORMAX, when you've handled one, you realize that so many brands make way more expensive watches and don't put in half the effort they do in the practical things, because a watch can be very pretty, but when you've got it on your wrist, it's very nice when there's like the suspension in there. That adds comfort. When you want to change the strap, there's a proper quick exchange on there, not one of those gimmicky ones, but a proper good one. When you're on holiday and it's a bit warm and your wrist starts to swell up a little bit, it's great when you have a micro adjustment on that. And that's the things that FORMAX really thinks about. And they do put it in a very beautiful case, this lovely green color. This one comes in 5, 6 different colorways. So you can truly pick one that fits your needs best, or whatever you like. This green one is definitely more suited for summer or casual wear, but for example, the dégradé or the black one or the white one even makes just for a very, very good everyday watch. Well, you can wear this in the morning at work, in the afternoon in the swimming pool, and then at dinner, and you can do everything with this watch. And it's a very, very well made watch. It has a great movement in there. It's very lovely finish. And I would say, while this is the most expensive watch here today, this watch is also definitely punching above its weight class. This is a watch that really any Swiss made brand in the €3,000 range, it's just not on this level. So that's why we do feel, in terms of value for money, this is just amazing. I mean, the suspension is very cool, and it just adds for comfort. On the back you can see the lovely movement, which is also a very pretty, well made movement. So we're big FORMAX fans, I have to admit. So maybe personally I'm a little bit biased, but this watch, this series is just great. And if the 43 is too big for you, and I need to say that this watch, while it is 43 millimeters, as the name would suggest, it does fit very well. It doesn't wear very large or clumsy by any means. But this watch is also available in 39 millimeters, so that's bit more unisex, even you know, on a lady's wrist that would work very well too. But again, this 43, it's a very nice size. Love the watch, and I mean we think that this is by far the best watch that we've received in May of this year. So in conclusion, one recurring theme within all 5 different models that we've seen today is that they're all new reiterations of previous versions, and we thought it was very fun to see how brands are progressing and how they're making changes and they're making improvements and the elements where they improve. So all 5 models that we've had today are not the first iterations of that particular model series. So we love to hear from you, whether you agree, whether you disagree, or whether that's another model that you feel is missing. Please leave a comment below. Also, if you have any different ideas of videos that we want to see us do, you know, we're always trying new things and see what works and what doesn't. And the only thing I'm not going to do is use that hammer in the back on any of these brand new watches, but any other ideas are very welcome. For now, thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.